We have been working with the Museum of Flight on its new exhibit called Home Beyond Earth. And this is the Museum of Flight. Its mission is to collect, preserve, and participate in the dynamic and diverse stories of aerospace. And what story we're trying to tell is living in space. The mission for Home Beyond Earth is to discover space stations past, present, and future in our interactive exhibit, where you're able to imagine yourself living in space regardless of your background or profession. So what our stakeholders are saying about our work is that we're bringing a new and rewarding perspective to the Museum of Flight. This is the first time they've worked with user researchers or UX researchers, and first time they've been working with Comm Lead. And they have been so impressed with our fresh perspective, our detailed user testing, data compilation, and collaborative problem solving. And the impact that we wanted to focus on was the human experience of living in space, and to showcase the evolution of space stations from past, present to future, and provide a rich historical context to future space stations. Most of all, we wanted to inspire future generations to look to the stars and imagine themselves living in space. This is a representation of what the Museum of Flight was envisioning what the exhibit looks like. And these are the physical kiosks that you interact with. And what you do is you go to each kiosk and you have this RFID card, which saves the information at each kiosk. For kiosk 1, you're building your character, and you're choosing your avatar and your name. The end experience is you are moving to the Museum of Flight space station, and you are building out your space passport as you're moving to that space station. You are choosing your character, you're choosing your job in space, you're choosing your home, so like what space station you're coming from, and you're also choosing what kind of person you are and what you think about space. Are you a skeptic? Are you a tourist? Are you planning to live in space, like full time? What are you going to bring to space? That kind of thing. So what we did is we applied UX research strategies, identified points of improvement, tested the RFID technology, which is this card here. So it saves information to that as you go to each kiosk. We created interactive designs in Figma, and we observed visitors at the Museum of Flight on site using the kiosks, the physical kiosks. Some stats is we collected 4.5 hours of interview recordings. We did 27 remote interviews with unique individuals, 2 rounds of on-site testing, on-site, on the physical exhibit. We tested over 130 visitors, collected over 370 user insights, and redesigned 44 screens in Figma. We also created personas. Our target persona is school children or children, because we want to inspire future generations to imagine themselves 50 years in the future, living in space, their normal lives as they would on Earth. It's a museum, so we need to design for everyone. So we need to keep in mind that it's accessible to as many people as possible. Senior citizens love museums, so we also need to design the exhibit for senior citizens. That is Home Beyond Earth. We're releasing on June 8th, and we hope to see you there.